It's your girl Nicole Mercedes, and welcome back to day 4 of Vlogmas. On this episode, come along as I make a life-size Who-ville village. If you'd like to follow along with the build, these are the materials that you are going to need. So off camera, I took an 8 by 4 feet piece of plywood and had my dad slice it into 4 2x4 pieces to create 4 different buildings. For the first step of this DIY, I set up shop in my garage and used a projector to trace out all of the buildings that I would like to make. So I decided to create a bakery, Reefs and Trees building, and 2 Who-ville homes. Once everything was drawn onto the wood, I went to go cut the pieces out. And then I quickly decided to pivot.
The next day.
Tonight is phase 2 of the Who-ville buildings. So yesterday you saw I traced everything onto the board. So I originally was gonna cut it. The bakery, I did start cutting, but I think like the bit that I have is just like not, it's giving me issues. So I'm gonna try cutting out tomorrow, but what I think I'm gonna do is for the rest of them, keep them a full 2x4 boards. And I'm just gonna end up doing like extra snow, probably gonna do some more, like make it 3D. So I'll have snow on here. And I think I'm just gonna do sky and like either nighttime, do some stars, things like that. You know the vibes. So let's get to painting. So I didn't prime my wood because I didn't want to add another step for myself. But if you want to make your colors pop even more, I would suggest doing so. But it's definitely not necessary because my buildings still look great without it. I decided to just paint an entire scene behind my buildings, and I ended up doing 2 coats of paint on some of the buildings just because I wanted the colors to show up more. My camera annoyingly shut off on me during the filming of the second half of this project, but all you would have seen me doing is choosing the different paint colors and checking reference photos. Afterwards, when everything was dry, I stapled Christmas lights to the perimeter of the buildings.
So each of these are gonna be by themselves?
Yeah.
All right, stay there.
This seemed to be an easier way to help keep the lights from falling off. But just make sure you take apart the string of lights, meaning like make a space in between the thread in the middle so you can staple them without damaging any of the lights.
3 weeks later.
In order to get these buildings to stand up in the yard, I got 4 steel U fence posts that are used for gardening and attached the boards to it with screws. Here are the final results. I think my Who village came to life and it really makes a statement on the yard. I'm really happy with how each of these turned out, but next time I probably would try again to cut out around the buildings to give it more shape. But keeping them with 1 solid board did help with more stability. I want to know in the comments down below, which building is your favorite? I'm stuck between the purple house and the orange home, but I love them all. Once again, please make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification button so you know when the next upload has dropped. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again tomorrow for another Vlogmas episode. Love you. Bye.